Hi, Stampers. Happy Hump Day. It is Wednesday, February the 15th, 2023, and I am here with Wednesday Night Live. I just keeping my fingers crossed that we don't lose power. Hello, everybody who's joining. I'm hoping we don't lose power because my TV's gone off once because it's very windy. Hi, Ann. Welcome. Thanks for joining in tonight. We're going to play with tonight the Nothing's Better Than stamp set. So this is the stamp set, Nothing's Better Than, and it's been around in the catalog for a couple of seasons now. It's in the annual catalog, and I think prior to that it was in a mini. I think I'm not 100% sure. It's a $1 million Achiever stamp set. The new catalog will be coming out in May. And I'm not sure if this is going to carry over. It's just a guess on my part. I've had this with the intention of doing a class on it, and I probably am still going to do a class on it. But it's a fun stamp set, and I used it on the weekend. I attended a day-long event, demonstrator event, and there were creative challenges throughout the event. And I used this stamp set for one of the creative challenges, and I really like the card, and it's really a fun, happy card. So I thought I would recreate it and we would make it. I'd share with you how easy it is to use this stamp set. I'm going to use some of the adhesive sheets as well, so they can be intimidating to use. And we're going to do some die cutting, going to do some coloring with the blends, and I'll show you the card. Oh, let me show you the dies. This one says "Love You More Than," and so that it's hard to see here, but it says "Love You More Than." And then we've got chocolate, coffee, cocktails, and cookies. We've got a die here that's for the cookie. We've got a die that's for the cocktail. We've got a die that is for the teacup. And we've got a die that is for the chocolates. And it's two-step stamping. So you would stamp the cookie, and then you could stamp the color inside the cookie, the cup, then the color inside the cup, the chocolates, and then the color inside the chocolates, and then the cocktail, and then the color inside the cocktail, which is what we're going to be using. We're going to be using the cocktail stamp and die. And then we've got coffee, cookies, cocktails, chocolate. Today's plan, consume, is like, just kidding, I have no idea. You're just like kind of day. You kind of mix and match the words, right? I'm pretty sure tomorrow will be too and be awesome because adulting is hard, and a day without today is and you would mix and match the words. And you've got a little flame, steam, I should say, and you've got some little embellishments. I think that one would probably go on here. I'm not 100%. Oh no, this one would color in that. And not sure what that one would color in. I haven't used it. Maybe the top of the oh no, that would color in the lime. We're going to use the blends to color in the lime though. So that would color in that, and that would color in that. So that's the stamp set, and those are the dies. And this is the card. And like I said, I think it's really a fun card. So today's plan, consume, and then cocktails, and we're going to use the adhesive sheets. When we use the adhesive sheets on this, it really makes life a lot easier, and I'll show you what I mean. And then we've got the 3 cocktails. I think the punch type colors are fun. And we're going to do a little detail with the ice cubes. I don't know if you can see the ice cubes there. We're going to use a little detail and then do some coloring. And this die is from the Scalloped Contours. You don't have the scallop contour dies. You would just cut out a piece of paper that is whatever this is, 4.5 by 3.25, it looks like, something like that. You would just cut it out to fit. All right, so let me share with you some measurements and some colors. This is Coastal Cabana, one of my favorite colors. I love it. It's such a fun color. And it is 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4.25. And we're just going to burnish that. And then I have die cut out from the Scallop Contour dies, which is this one. Like I said, don't stress it if you don't have it. You're just going to cut out a piece, and I'll measure it. So it's 4.5 by 3.25. So you're going to cut up 4.5 by 3.25. And for the inside, I've got a piece that is 4 by 5.25. And on the inside, I didn't finish this one off, but on the inside, we're going to use, because adulting is hard. I think it would be a fun card to give to somebody. And we're going to build our card on here. I'm going to leave this here for inspiration. And I've just got a blank piece. I had a blank piece of basic white. I thought I did. So let me get a piece of basic white out. The scrap piece. This is for the cocktail. The cocktail glasses. And I've got my paper piercing mat. Because they're photopolymer, I just want to give it a little bit of extra cushion to get a nice clean image. And I'm going to stamp 3 of the cocktail glasses. And I'm using black memento. Without getting black memento all over my hands. And I'm going to do one. Nice and easy. Stamp like firmly down, press firm, and then pick up. Don't rock it. So stamp down and then pick up, and you get a nice, clean, crisp image. And I think that's all we need for that. And let's do it while we're here. I do have my chamois here because I'm going to be changing colors. So the 3 colors I have for the drinks are Melon Mambo, Fresh Frisia, and Coastal Cabana. I think these are really fun colors for the drinks. And you'll see how easy this is to do. I've got this stamp that it colors the inside of the glass. I'm going to ink that up, and I'm going to try, without getting my head in the way, I'm looking up, and I'm just going to stamp down inside the image like that. And there we've got one. And I am going to clean off my stamp in between. And now this is the Fresh Frisia. I think that's how you say it, Fresh Frisia. And I'm going to stamp down like that. I didn't do a very good job of that one, but it's okay. And then the Melon Mambo. And I am going to clean off my stamp one more time. At least I think it was Melon Mambo. Oh, you know, it wasn't Melon Mambo I used on the original one. 1 second, please. I think it was a Sweet Sorbet. Sorry, it was Sweet Sorbet I used. I lied to you, folks. That's the one that we used. So let me clean that off again. Like that. Okay. Now I am going to die cut that out, but before I do, I want to show you the adhesive sheets. Sometimes the adhesive sheets, I think they might intimidate people. So I want to die cut out the cocktails. I want to die cut out the cocktails using the black, but I want to make it nice, easy for me to adhere to the front of the card. So I'm just going to take my paper snips, and I've cut the piece of cardstock a little bigger than I need, but I'll save it. What I don't use, I have a stash of partially used. Like here's one that I did that I used in white. So if I ever need white adhesive sheet, I've already got it done. And so I'll do the same with this. And I'm going to peel that off, and I'm going to adhere it on here like this. Okay, and now I have adhesive on that. So I'm going to bring up my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and I'm going to die cut everything out. And I'm going to start off with the adhesive sheets, with the black with the adhesive sheet. So you're going to have plate 1, plate 2, plate 3. Excuse me, very well used plate 3, and the adhesive sheet with the cardstock up, facing up. And now I'm going to put the die on it, and I'm going to put it down in this corner so that I have all this left to use up for another project. And I'm going to put another sheet 3 on here, and I'm going to run it through. I came home, did I tell you I came home tonight with I love it when I come home to an order on my doorstep. It was Emily, not Emily, Ellen yesterday sent me a message, and her order was on her doorstep yesterday. Okay, so I'm just going to take that off, and here is the Rays cocktails with the adhesive on the back of it. And I'll pull that off when I'm ready. I'll pull it off when I'm ready to adhere it down. But let me just, there we go. And all the adhesive is on the back of it, ready to go. I'm going to put that away. And now I'm going to take the 3 cocktails. And these, I shouldn't say this too earnestly, but these cut out really easily. Like, they line up really easily. That's what I mean to say. But watch it not work. I haven't had to use the washi tape to hold it in place, and it's been easy to line up. So there's the first one. Yeah, but the only problem is you got to do it 3 times. So there's the first one. So there's the first one. You still have to color in all of the little elements to it. The little umbrella and the lime. So the colors that we're using in the blends, just so you know, are Balmy Blue, Daffodil Delight, Granny Apple Green, and Fresh Freesia. Those are the Stampin' Blends that we're using. I just wanted bright colors. There's the other glass, and you'll see I'm not standing up to line these up, right? If I was doing this at home, I'd probably be standing up, but I'm just doing this, eyeballing it while I'm sitting down. So they do line up really well and are easy to put through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Like I said, I've had this stamp set since I think it came out, and I've made cards with it, but you know, you put them away and then you forget about them. And it wasn't until I had this challenge, and there we go. And I think it was a picture challenge, and it was a set of 3. So you had to create a card that had a set of 3 images, and that's what I thought of when I looked through my stash of stamps. Okay. So here are the 3. And let me do this, hopefully without, there we go. It's going to rock a little bit. I'm going to start with the Granny Apple Green, and we're going to do all 3 limes in Granny Apple Green. And I'm taking the dark, and I'm just coloring in the edge, the lines, and also the rind of, or the outside, maybe that's an easier word, of the lime, sorry. I guess it could be a lemon too. All right, easy peasy. And now I'm going to take the light Granny Apple Green, and I'm just going to color that in. And if you wanted to add a little bit more contour and interest, you could take the color lifter and just highlight some of it, taking off some of the color. There we go. All right, and I'm going to put this here for interest, for reference, I should say. Now I'm going to take the fresh freesia. Oh, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to take the fresh freesia, and I'm going to take the dark bullet end and just color in the stripe, the lines, and I'm going to take the light and just color in the little umbrella. Maybe this card makes me happy because it reminds me of summertime. What do you think, guys? Does it remind you of summer? And I'm going to take the yellow. Is this Daffodil Delight? It is. I'm going to take the dark Daffodil Delight. And you can use any yellow, any green, any color that you want. It doesn't have to be the colors that I used. I just thought that they were fun, drinkish type colors. And I'll color that in. And now the last one, I used Balmy Blue, I think. If I didn't use Balmy Blue, I'm using Balmy Blue now. And just coloring that in. And then again, you can tell I'm not being very particular of how I color it because looks cute though. You can be more detailed if you want. There we go. All right. So I'm going to take this now. Now the trick here is we don't have a lot of room. Oops, so let me go back out. There we go. We don't have a lot of room for cocktails, and I'm just going to move something off my screen so I can see the card. There we go. So we don't have a lot of room for the word cocktails and the drinks, right? So we have to keep the drinks up high. And I'm going to take my light Balmy Blue, and it's really hard to see here, but when I put the cocktail drinks on here, I do have a little bit of grounding on each of them, just to ground it a little bit so that it doesn't look like the cocktails are floating in the air. So because the word cocktails has to be stuck down right there, I am going to peel it off and I'm going to stick it right down here in the corner. And this will be the hardest part, even with glasses on. Oh, look at that, just peeled right off. And I'm going to look at this. If you wanted to, you could sort of curve it a little bit, but I want it straight. So I'm putting down the S. There we go. And because it's got the adhesive stuck on there, it just fits down perfectly. And then now I'm going to adhere it down. So it's not going to go anywhere. So we've got the word cocktails. If you want, you could have like one cocktail here and you could almost sort of like curve it over. It's an idea. And then in in Coastal Cabana, we're going to use Today's Plan. And I'm going to stamp it right down here. And I'm going to get my paper piercing mat out. And I'm going to stamp it right on this section here. And try and get it straight. There we go. And now we have to adhere these like that. And yes, folks, I am popping every one of them up. You'll have to cut a little bit of dimensional so that it goes on the bottom of the glass so that it sticks down properly. So I'm just going to cut a strip and then, oh, look at that. And put it like that. And the next one. And that way the bottoms of the glass are going to adhere to the card okay. And this one's a little one, but I'm going to use it anyhow. Like that. There we go. And now I do have little dimensionals somewhere. Here we go. I want to make sure I've got a dimensional on the back of each of the lines because I don't want and on the umbrella. And then I'll put a big dimensional in the middle there. I feel like I'm talking to myself. Hello? Anybody home? I know you're watching intently. So tell me, folks, what's the last card that you made? I tell me what the last card you made was. All right. And I'm going to start with the middle one. Last card. Oh, someone's telling me the last card they made. Charlene, YouTube's better right now. Oh, oh my gosh, you guys have been yakking away and I haven't even been paying attention. I haven't heard. Oh, look at all the people that are on. I have not. I haven't been paying attention. I guess Emily's, your internet's cutting out. Yeah, mine did too. Actually, I was watching TV. YouTube is better right now. Hey, Charlene, nice seeing you. I love the ice cubes. I do too. I'm not finished with the ice cubes yet, Charlene. I'm going to do something a little bit different, or something to take it up a notch. I had the comment window turned off, so I didn't hear the beep, beep, beep. So I thought I was here by myself. All right, so I'm going to try and do this, put this so that they're in the middle. And so this one is in the middle, like that. Okay, and now I'm going to put this one, and you know me, I love to pop stuff up. And I'm going to put this one on the left. And, you know, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have to be these colors. Use colors that you have. And it doesn't even have to be the cocktail glasses. If you have like a flower stamp set, use this layout as an idea, right? It doesn't have, you don't have to do this exact thing. It's the layout that's more important. Someone's making St. Patrick's Day cards. Let me see if I can see who that is. And this one goes here. If I know, it might be Deb, because Deb makes cards for everything. Okay, so there's, and now I'm going to take the blue, the light balmy blue. Normally I use colors like smoky slate, but I've got the light balmy blue out, and I'm just going to put, there's a shadow down here anyhow, but I'm just going to do kind of like that. And it just grounds it a little bit. Okay. And now I'm going to, I popped this up even more. And I'm going to pop it up, and I don't want it to sag, so I'm going to make sure I have enough dimensionals in the middle and on the corners, like that, and you know, I'm going to put one here, and I'm going to put one here. What did we ever do without dimensionals? They are the staple of every card. What's your staple of every card? I think dimensionals are mine. There we go. And oops, it's upside down. And I'm going to lay this, try and get it straight like that. And I'm going to take some rhinestones, and I'm going to color the rhinestones in blue, yellow, and purple. So that, and I'm using the little ones. I'm going to use the little ones. So there's the yellow. See, this is what happens when you use your blends for ribbon and things like that. So hold on to your blends that you use for ribbon and rhinestones, whatever, because it does eat them up. And then here is Granny Apple Green. Actually, you can't even see this one. Let me try this one more time. All right. And I'm going to put a rhinestone in each of the knobs on the on the wine glass. And I'm going to do it so the opposite. So this one has a yellow umbrella, so I'm putting the yellow rhinestone here. And this one is purple, so I'm going to put it here. You can hardly tell that it's purple though. Whoops. I should have my you take your pick tool. There we go. And then the green one we'll put in the middle one. Not done yet though. We have to do the inside of the card. And on the inside of the card, I'm going to use, because adulting is hard, and I'm going to use the Coastal Cabana as well. And you know what I might do? I'm just going to use the inside of the glass, and I'm going to stamp it right there. There we go. And not done yet, because I have one more thing I want to do to the card, to the ice cubes. And if anyone's been around and knows me at all, you're going to know what I'm going to do. There we go. And I have to find it. I'm going to break out my fine tip glue. And I'm going to fill in each of the ice cubes with the glue, with the clear glue. You could also use Wink of Stella if you wanted to. Let me just push that down. There we go. And I'm just coloring in with the fine tip glue. It'll dry clear and a little bit raised, depending on how big of a blob you use. There we go. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. That's the card. Isn't that pretty? I love it. Oh, look, the L in cocktails is kind of slanted from the I. Let me just split them a little bit. I thought you were going to use Wink of Stella. You could use Wink of Stella too. That would have been cute too. Put Wink of Stella. You know what you could do? I'm going to put Wink of Stella on the umbrellas. All right. Oh, looky, looky, looky. So what do you guys think? With the ribbon or without the ribbon? This is with the ribbon and that is without the ribbon. That's today's live, and look, it was 35 minutes, and I did. This just goes to show, guys, how easy and quickly a card comes together, because most of the die cutting I did with you tonight, so it doesn't take long to make a card. Lots of detail on this sucker, and it just goes to show how quickly a card can come together. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again next week, same time, same bat channel. And as always, if there's anything that you want me to play with, just let me know. All right, folks, take care. Everybody, happy stamping, and we will talk to you again soon. Bye.